Guys, we have an awesome video for you guys today. We have a solo victory royale. We also have version 3.4 patch notes to discuss. Before we get into that, guys, comment down below and tell me your favorite update, your favorite patch so far. My favorite patch was 3.0. Tell me down below your favorite patch. Getting right into this, guys, we have a new guided missile coming to Battle Royale. Take down forts with more personal touch. We also have Sniper Shootout V2 coming. Play peekaboo and Sniper Shootout V2. Hunting rifles and crossbows added. Magnums removed. So less, you know, like killing people close range and more getting kills from a long range away. So more of an actual, you know, sniper type of game mode. We also have the Tree Husketeers quest line coming to Save the World, which I don't play Save the World. I don't know how many of you guys play Save the World. Tell me down below, do you play Save the World or do you just play Battle Royale? I personally just play Battle Royale. Rabbit Raider, Jonasley, Miss Bunny, Penny, Save the World costumes coming. Very cool. So next phase of cosplays improves to the console. You can now add, remove, and manage epic friends from main menu. You can also now send, receive, and respond to cosplay party invites. Party finders now include epic friends on other platforms. So yes, guys, we have cross platforms. You can play with someone on PC. You can play with someone on Xbox, PS4, mobile. Everyone can play together. We all come together to play Fortnite, guys. You can all play together. So you can play with someone in a game that's on Xbox who's playing with someone who's on PC, and that third person in your party or in your squad might be playing on mobile. So very cool, very awesome. Fix a bug where players can be launched up in the air after... Oh, this is actually an interesting one. And I saw this a lot on... I'm going to say his name wrong. Muzak, whatever, the YouTuber. He actually does this on his channel a lot. And he actually goes ahead and if you go into, I believe, Greasy Grove, and you put a staircase or stairs next to the rock formation, you can actually launch yourself all the way up in the air, like so freaking tall in the air, and it's kind of cool, but you do die. That is now fixed. So no longer can you launch yourself 600 feet in the air, which is not really, you know, practical. It's just for fun and games. You die anyway if you do it, so it's not really like it helps anything. Fix the issue, the edit mode UI appearing over non-player built structures in some cases. We have fixed other players not appearing to move smoothly while jumping. Fix some keys on non-keyboards becoming unbound after restarting. Muzak. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I always say his name wrong. I'll leave his link down below in the description to his channel. Very awesome dude. Very awesome YouTuber. Fix the video settings screens not updating properly after full screen mode is toggled. And then getting to Battle Royale, we have new guided missile added. Stats: damage to players, epic 105, legendary 110. Damage to environment 1000. Lifetime 18 seconds. Time between each shot 3.13 seconds. Rocket speed 1300 units per second. And rocket health 100. Take direct damage or direct control of the missiles after it's fired. Once you take on the missile point of view, you're unable to move your character. Disconnect from the missile at any time in which missiles will continue to move. Move slightly slower than a regular rocket, but still does the same damage. Epic and legendary rarity. Uses rocket ammo found in treasure chests and supply drops. What? So we don't get jetpacks. We were promised jetpacks. We don't get jetpacks. We get a missile, a guided missile. So what, if you guys do not know this, if you guys have not played Call of Duty or any of those games, pretty much this is like, once you go ahead and shoot the guided missile, your screen becomes the missile. And you can move it around and target someone and then make sure you hit them. The issue is, though, they can shoot back at you and destroy your missile. That's why there's health. So they can destroy your missile before you're able to kill them. But if they don't know you're shooting at them, you could, technically speaking, go back and forth and bam, destroy someone with one hit. kind of cool idea, kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, it's different, and that's what I love about it. It's different. Added rarity colors on shotgun more closely resemble their effectiveness. So I guess TAC, I guess blue, green. I guess they're gonna change colors. Tactical shotguns are now common, uncommon, rare. Was uncommon, rare, and epic. So now there is a common shotgun, which is going to be a gray shotgun. We win. Tactical at least. Pumps are now uncommon and rare. Was common and uncommon. The egg launcher has been added to a seasonal items that will replace the grenade launcher. So this is only for cosmetic changes, doesn't help you at all. We saw this with the rocket launcher for, you know, Halloween. We saw this with the rocket launcher for different types of, I believe it was Christmas. Christmas we had the grenade launcher change and the rocket launcher change. So it just looks different. It's kind of cool. Nothing special. It's just for Easter. Increased launch pad drop rate by 25%. So a lot more chances at getting meme pads. Issue with the boogie bomb are fixed, and this item is now re-enabled. Fix an issue which causes spike traps to trigger when a player stands on top of a wall and while the trap is attached to. Fix an issue which prevented players from entering ADS mode upon landing when they hold down the aim button while jumping. Fix an issue which caused the hunting rifle to fire inaccurately when crouched at a close range. Or crouch or at a close range. The remote explosives detonator is now correctly removed from the inventory if another player destroys your placed explosions and you no more in your inventory. Fix a bug where players could remain in sprint while using the remote explosive detonator but not play the detonator animation. Game mode. Limited time sniper shootout v2. Hunting rifles and crossbows were added. Revolvers were removed. Down state is disabled. Down players are immediately eliminated. Legendary weapons can be found in supply drops. Epic weapons can be found in treasure chests. And heavy ammo drop quantities. Floor is 6, chest is 6, ammo box is 12, supply drops 18, and llama is 90. Which of course, if you find llama, you are in a good state. Rearrange the order in which pieces fall off a player build structure as they are damaged. Increase the number of loot spawns on the warm-up island. Remove 30 FPS mode from Xbox One and PS4. So now you have to play in 60 FPS. Fix an open treasure chest, sometimes appearing as unopened when a view from long distances, which I'm really happy about because a lot of times it doesn't render in, and finally they fixed that it you know, actually rendering in. So fix an issue which causes revived players to become stuck in an invalid state if a building place was placed between two players in the middle of a revive. Bullseye will no longer appear after the challenge has been completed, which I don't know why that wasn't just a thing already. Fix an issue that causes other players' headgear to appear to float above their head. An issue I actually ran into, which is really annoying with sniping. So pretty much when you go and look at a character, you'll see a little eye icon, like, oh, not a little eye icon, but you see a little icon above their head. And when you go to snipe them, sometimes you might snipe that instead of their head and miss it. So thank God they fixed that. Fix a rare issue that causes players to lose their ability to control their characters after jumping from the bus. Fix an issue that causes bushes and other environment objects to pop in and out of view at medium range. Obviously, we have some fixes to mobile, which, you know, added unsupported device message as started for certain devices. This message is, and then obviously, if you don't have enough gigabyte to memory to run, you can't go ahead and run Fortnite Mobile. So, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions of this update. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see the actual gameplay of, you know, me getting a victory royale. But enjoy the video, guys. Alright, guys, so starting off right away, welcome back to an episode of my Fortnite gameplays. Guys, this was one crazy game, and this was actually something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So, I need to get better with the game. So I went ahead and watched some tutorial videos, and I actually found, probably in my opinion, at least my opinion based on how bad I've been, is the best YouTuber when it comes to giving tutorials. So if you have any issues with going ahead and you know, having problems with winning Fortnite games, the guy I watch and who taught me how to become a lot better than I am now is Cypher PK. I think I might be saying that wrong, but I watch his video, guys, and pretty much he has tutorial videos on his live stream, and wow, did they make me a lot better. So starting off right away, I'm learning more and more. I need to start building every single second. So before this, I would go ahead and go into gunfights and just start, you know, going one-on-one and not building at all, and that would go ahead and get me killed. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and try my best to always get the advantage on someone. So as you see right there, I went ahead and got the height advantage on him, and I was able to go ahead and kill him instantly. And that's stuff I got to do more and more in these gameplays, and I need you guys to hold me to it. So if you see a gameplay where I don't go ahead and build enough, or I don't get higher than my opponent, go ahead and sound me in the comments. Sound off in the comments, be like, hey, you know you have to build, you have to do this. So starting off right away, we get our first kill of the game. So always starting off nice is when you start off with a kill. So second thing we're going to do is loot this area right here. I'm pretty sure my man I killed right here did go ahead and loot some of it, but you know, there's always something that he missed, and obviously he missed some chests. Now after this, we're going to go ahead and go to the outside to the broken down buildings. I believe he looted one of the two, so we have at least one to go through. Then we're going to go ahead and go to Anarchy. Now the thing is, the reason why I love to land at the umbrella like I did is because usually I can go to the umbrella, go over here, and there's usually one guy over here I can go ahead and get a kill and move on. So I love to land in this area for that reason. And then I go ahead and go to Anarchy, and that's usually after, you know, all the crazy fights are happening, and I'm able to go ahead and clean it up and get the final kill. So that's why I love landing in this area. It's, in my opinion, some of the best landing spots in this game. One of them is the umbrella because of the motel being right next to it. Now, because of how the circle is, it's not in my favor at this point. I would go ahead and go to my right here and go, you know, take care of the broken down house. But because of the circle pushing in 50 seconds, I'm going to have to go ahead and just go toward Anarchy for that reason. Now, there is a chest in this broken down house we will get to in a second, but we have blue tack, and you know I'm never ever going to leave myself a blue tack lying on the floor. So I go ahead and pick that up. Going back to the broken house, we do have a chest up there, as you can see. So sorry that there's no game sound for this video. A lot of times what I do is I end up recording a lot of gameplays for Fortnite, and obviously if I do good, I'll upload them. If I do bad, I don't upload them. This one was, you know, I was gonna upload this, you know, regardless, because this is my first video on my first game after going ahead and watching his tutorials, and I wanted to kind of truly show how much better can I be after watching his tutorials. Again, Sniper PK, I think it is. Again, I'll leave his link down below in description, guys, if you're having issues with Fortnite and you want a guy, you Sniper PK. So again, very, very awesome dude. But right here, we're going to go ahead and go to Anarchy, and this is when I heard some people fighting. So knowing that, I want to go ahead and gain some resources so I can get the height advantage on them. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you aren't good at Fortnite, if you're new to Fortnite, building up is the best thing you can do. Now right here, this is actually a key thing I did not want to do. I do not want to shoot too early because I didn't want them to, you know, stop fighting. I want them to keep fighting, weaken each other, so that by the time I get there, I can just clean them both up and go ahead and get some nice kills. So you see right here, starting off right away, we go again. We go ahead and get that guy. We drop him down all the way to the bottom, so he took some fall damage. And right now what I know is a couple of things. He ends up killing this guy right here, so I'm like, alright, so now it's 1v1 at the moment. This guy is a little weak because of the fact I was able to drop him off a high structure, so I know that I have some kind of advantage over him. And right here you're gonna see I end up building up and I end up getting some shots into him. And again, this is something that I learned right here, as you see me do, is I learned more and more I have to start doing. Building up, getting the advantage over someone, and be able to, you know, get some shots into them. Now I make a huge mistake right here. you always want to go ahead and reinforce your building structure. As you see right here, I'm going single wide, which is so stupid because all he has to do, as he's going to do, is shoot down my single wide structure and I will take damage. So just very, very stupid move on my part here. Definitely should not have built that single wide, but he goes ahead and rushes me, and I am getting better at my aim, so obviously I'm able to kill him with the tack as I need to bandage up and heal up real fast, because right now after that fight, you know, I'm just almost dead. And that's the thing about solo matches. Now, obviously, in these videos, guys, I'm going to try to bull rush and, you know, attack every single person I see to make the video more interesting and also get more kills in the video. But the fact of the matter is, if you are playing by yourself in a solo match, I saw Noah J456 said this in a stream. He said pretty much when you do play solo, being aggressive is just going to get you less wins and less stops. The main reason why is he's not saying you should camp the whole entire game, but what he's saying is that the more people you fight in a game, the weaker you'll get and the less chance you'll have, you know, that strength at the end of the match to go ahead and get the dub. So that's something that, you know, I was thinking to myself, and it is honestly so true. You know, if I fight 17 people in a game and I get 17 kills, that's nice. And yes, I might get looted up, but if I get 10 of those kills in the beginning of the game, most of those people will probably have no resources at all, right? But it will hurt me and weaken me throughout the game. So by the time, you know, this whole thing goes down at the end, I'll be weaker than all my opponents with less building materials, less resources, and less ammunition, because I spent the whole game fighting instead of going ahead and looting, you know, looting areas and getting resources. So just a key tip to think about. When it comes to squads and duos, obviously be as aggressive as possible. That's the point of those modes. But when it comes to solos, I'm starting to realize more and more it might be a better idea to be a little less aggressive and a little bit more strategic. So for example, like I did in this last match, when there's two people fighting, don't run in and try to kill both people. Wait for them to take care of each other and then go ahead and you know, clean up the scraps. Now, of course, I almost died in that match, which was honestly really sad. But we do have 150 health right now, getting some more resources, trying to go ahead and have as much as humanly possible, because we're going to go ahead and meet up with a lot more people. Now, guys, going ahead and going to the left hand side here, we're going to go ahead and go to the left, and you see that the stuff is not rendered in straight up in front of us. There were people there. At first I thought there was a chest, but there ends up not being a chest, so we end up going ahead and keep going to the left, and this is when we go ahead and see someone. Now, this guy, I'm not sure what he was doing. It looked like he was kind of peeking at first, and I thought I was seeing things, and what I learned about in this game is if you think you're seeing things, 99% of the time you're not. 99% of the time it is someone there. So you see right there, I go ahead and I see him, and he hides a little bit in the bush to the right hand side, and I'm like, okay. So I go ahead and push him a little bit more, but I'm making sure I'm building, you know, making sure I have a structure that's going to be able to protect me and stop me from being able to get hit here. And that's the biggest thing I'm trying to make sure I remain in this game is, you know, not being able to be visible. He can shoot at me all he wants because he's going to shoot at me with, you know, he's going to keep shooting at me, and all he's going to do is hit my structure and not me. So I did get some initial bullets, I believe, into him, and now I'm going ahead and just building some more, making sure I reinforce my structures. I get some more hits into him right here. So 2 31s down on his shield, and then of course he's going to push me to the left hand side here. Very, very dumb on his side because I have the advantage of being above him, and again, that's what we gotta learn more and more in this game is you need to have the advantage, and you see right there I got the advantage above him. I'm able to easily go ahead and take care of him for that reason. Now going ahead, we have 3 kills in this game already, guys. 20 people, 19 people remaining, including myself. So we go ahead and push it to the left hand side here, and to be honest, I didn't expect to see anyone for this whole area right here, mainly because a lot of times whenever the storm comes in, everyone gets inside the circle as fast as possible, especially with only 19 people remaining. Most likely they're not going to go ahead and be on the edge of the circle. But what you're going to see is I end up running up on this mountain up here in front of me, and that is when I was really trying to be on high alert, mainly because that's where a lot of snipers like to be. Especially on the edge of the circle like this, a lot of snipers like to chill on the edge of the mountain so they can go ahead and take advantage of someone like myself going ahead and running into the what's called circle. Also, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions of this new skin. So this new skin was actually it's a starter pack. It's $4.99, and you go ahead and get V-Bucks, you go ahead and get the skin, and you get a back bling. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I don't know what I think of it. It kind of looks really cool, and I definitely like the idea, but I've seen a lot of people with the skin, so I don't know if this is, you know, something that I should be rocking or not, or if I should be going ahead and chilling a little bit with the skin, but it does look a pretty good skin. So it looks like someone has gone up this way, guys. So let's go ahead and follow this trail, being very on high alert that if we go ahead and see someone. Now right here, you're gonna see he's on the mountain to the left, and I actually see him peeking. You see him peeking right there? He ends up trying to shoot at me real fast. I end up keep building. Obviously, I can build faster than he can shoot, so he keeps trying to shoot, and you see what ends up happening, guys, is someone on the left-hand side that was following me and trying to kill me ends up pushing him, and he ends up killing them, which what ends up happening is he gets weakened. Obviously that guy dies, so that guy who was following me to begin with ends up dying, not being able to go ahead and push me, and now I can go ahead and push him. Now at the moment though, I did not know, you know, what was going on when it came to that guy. I knew that guy pushed him. I didn't know how weak this guy was, and to be honest, you're gonna see right here, he ends up pushing me, and I end up taking care of him very, very easy with my tactical shotgun. 2 pumps, and I end up hitting him. He did not hit 1 shot on me. So those type of hits, you know, again, how weak was he? I have no idea. I did hit him twice, I believe 1 in the head, so obviously he might have had some time to, like, you know, bandage up and stuff like that, but still, nonetheless, you know, I was able to go ahead and take care of him right away. Now, what I should have did right there was picked up the 50 and went ahead and took it, so it had 200 health. That was an L on my part, but to be honest, with the storm and how, you know, we caused a lot of noise, I didn't want to go ahead and, you know, get shot at right there. So we have a pretty good layout right here, pretty much my favorite layout you can have in the game. We have decent building materials, you know, decent everything pretty much, and obviously 4 kills under our belt. We ran into 4 people and we were able to take care of 4 people. Obviously 2 of those, oh no, 1 of those fights was actually a really bad fight, and of course the other 3 was actually pretty easy to take care of. So right here we go ahead and run to our left hand side. We only have 8 people remaining, so we're in a pretty good spot, and this is when I end up taking the L, and I end up building just a gigantic base, which wasn't smart because, you know, obviously the circle is going to, you know, keep getting smaller and smaller over and over again. And also in this video, guys, I'm trying my best to be as aggressive as possible to make this as entertaining as possible. I'm not trying to camp in any kind of way. I'm just trying to go ahead and get, you know, as much kills as possible. Now, of course, right here though, I'm not trying to camp with this base. I'm trying to go ahead and get a vantage point. When we have 7 people remaining, you know, obviously some of them are going to be noobs that were camping the whole entire game, and now they're in the final circle. So I want to try to go ahead and pick them off as quickly as possible so I can take care of them as quickly as possible. And you're going to see the first guy we end up seeing is the left hand side here, and this is going to be a guy who I'm going to take a good guess that he was camping most of the game, just because of the way, you know, when I shoot at him, you're going to see it in a second, he doesn't go ahead and fire back. So most of the time, whenever you shoot at someone, if they don't fire back or try to build or anything, most of the time you can tell that they probably were camping the whole entire game, and now they're, you know, finally waiting at the end for, you know, everything to go down. Now right here, you see I do go ahead and waste so much resources, which is going to kill me in the late game, you know, when there is like 2 or 3 people remaining, because I'm not going to have as much resources to build. So just an L on my part. I should not have wasted that many resources, you know, especially when you're trying to get a dub. You don't want to waste as many resources like that. So right here, I see him running from the left to right. I shoot some grenades at him, trying to scare him a little bit. To be honest, I want him to fall off that mountain and take some damage. He ends up keep on running, and I'm not able to go ahead and get the kill right there. So I was kind of going back and forth if I wanted to go ahead and push him or not. Obviously, these late game scenarios, a lot of people are going to be on top of the trees trying to get snipes. So I was like, okay, do I want to push him? Do I want to risk, you know, getting sniped here? Or do I want to go ahead and just stay back and wait? So I decided, you know what? risk it for the biscuit. He is obviously probably to the left over there. I can go ahead and loot that building down there, get some more resources, and this might be, you know, the best for me to go ahead and just push him a little bit. So I decided right here, after a long waiting of going back and forth, seeing if he was going to go ahead and push me. That's what I really wanted him to do, was go ahead and push me. I could have the higher advantage, and I could go ahead and get the kill. But right here we have 6 people remaining, so we're definitely in a good situation when it comes to, I feel like everyone left, other than maybe 1 or 2 guys, are probably not, or probably going to be worse than me, which is a really good scenario you want to be in whenever you're in Fortnite. You always want to be in a scenario where I feel like most of these guys are camping, they're hiding, they're not being as aggressive. Now, 5 people remaining, and you're gonna see we end up running to the left hand side here, and we meet the one guy who might actually be good in this game and might actually give us some actual threat to go against. So we run to the left hand side here. Obviously we're still looking out for that guy. I was expecting to be hiding behind something. I was kind of expecting to, you know, be hiding behind a bush, hiding behind a mountain, or like some kind of thing like that, as we get sniped at right here by this guy. And honestly, this is probably the last opponent left in this match who has any skill, like really has a lot of skill. So I knew that he was in there. Obviously he sniped at me, and I'm like, okay, so the storm's gonna push him a little bit. I have a grenade launcher. If I try to grenade him right now, I'm probably going to die. He's probably gonna snipe me, right? So I decided, okay, let's destroy his little base. He's gonna jump out of it, as you see he does right here, and then he's gonna build another little base down here. So with the storm pushing in about 43 seconds, I can go ahead and get a high advantage on this guy. Obviously have a grenade launcher, build myself a little bit of protection so I can't get, you know, hit by him. Keep going ahead and grenading him a little bit and making him run a little bit forward and have to push out of the storm in the open. So that's what I end up doing here, and you're gonna see I end up getting the kill by going ahead and just simply grenading him over and over again with my grenade launcher. He has to be pushed a little bit, and of course I have the higher advantage. So just like that, you're gonna see as I'm shooting right here, we end up going ahead and getting the kill. I see at first that, you know, I got hit markers, and then I'm able to eliminate him. So we have 3 people remaining, guys. I believe we have 2 guys all the way to our right there, and they end up starting to fight right now. As that guy dies, he got sniped. We have 2 guys to our right, and I know they were fighting back and forth. So this is the situation I want to be in. You know, whenever you're in late game scenarios, this is the best situation you can be in, because you have 2 guys fighting back and forth. Obviously them fighting, they're going to weaken each other, they're going to make each other, you know, not be as strong. And obviously I have full health, 150 health, you know, plenty of, not materials, which I wish I had more materials, but I have plenty of ammo and good guns and everything like that. So I have everything I possibly could need. And you see right here that one guy ends up killing the other guy to the right hand side. And now this is when it got kind of heart-wrenching. It kind of got scared, right? Scary, because this guy was hiding, right? So this is what's scary about this is, obviously I don't know if this guy was a guy who camped the whole entire game or not, but now with 1 person remaining, me versus this guy's a 1v1, this guy decides that he wants to go ahead and hide, which is, I really hate people who do this. I'd rather him be more aggressive and try to go ahead and, you know, kill me, but he decides to be very, very, you know, just passive and not go ahead and push me. So I'm like, okay, so this guy's being passive. I could probably, if he's being this passive, I have no building materials, but I probably can go ahead and take care of him pretty easy, just based on the fact that, you know, he is hiding. If someone's hiding, most likely they're not going to be the best at the game ever, because they're going ahead and trying to avoid you from finding them. So I'm like, okay, so obviously I got scared at first. I thought that was him building, but I go ahead and loot this loot drop right here. I get some more building resources, and this is what I end up doing right here is I end up going ahead and building a base and trying to get a high advantage on this guy and see where he ends up being. Now, lucky for me, you're gonna see right here is he ends up building a base right next to me, but again, he did not take advantage of the, you know, you have to be higher than your opponent, and that's something that I feel like he really took the L in this scenario. He didn't get higher than me when it came to height advantage, and I'm able to go ahead and shoot out his base, his little pyramid he built, and I'm able to go ahead and grenade his whole entire base and get a kill on him just like that. So we got the victory royale, guys. Just like that, we get the dub. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.